Spring has sprung and the lawn season is upon us. As you can see, my lawn is growing in the back. So today we're going to be answering a question I get a lot, and that is, when do I know that it is time to cut my lawn, and how much should I be cutting my lawn, and what height should I be cutting it at? So without further ado, let's get right into the video. For those of you new here, my name is Wade Murray. I'm a lawn care enthusiast as well as I worked in the industry. Welcome to Greekwood North Lawn Care. This is the channel where we try to teach Canadian homeowners how to have the best and greenest and healthiest lawn on the block. So if that sounds like a good idea to you, please hit the subscribe button down below. We got plenty of great lawn content coming up here very soon. Alright, so I've done more than a few mows in the lawn already. We're coming up to the Victoria Day weekend here in Canada. But looking at my lawn here, we had quite a bit of rain the other day, and then it's been quite hot and sunny the last 2 days, so we're kind of getting to that point where I'm ready to have a mow. I'm gonna have a mow right now, but let's talk about how do I know it's time to have a mow. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm down in the lawn right now. What can we follow to know that it's time to cut the lawn is we need to follow the 1/3 rule. Essentially what this rule is we're not going to be cutting off more than 1/3 of the grass blade at once. So let me show you what I mean by that. If we pick out one of these blades, take it all the way down to the bottom, this is a grass blade. Your lawn is comprised of hundreds of those. Essentially, we are only going to be taking 1/3 of this off in a single cutting. So this is the current length of my lawn. If we kind of split this into thirds, it's going to be about there. Where my finger is, as you can kind of see. So if we split this into thirds, it's going to be about there. As you can kind of see, we have about 1/3 of the grass blade that we're cutting off. We're leaving 2/3. You should not be taking off any more than 1/3 at a time. The reason for this is a couple reasons. In the leaf surface is where carbohydrates are stored. That's basically the energy and the food that the lawn needs to grow and live. When you cut off that leaf surface, you're removing all that nutrients with it. Now, if you do mulching, you're going to return that back into the lawn. It's going to sit on top of the lawn like this. It's going to decompose, go back into the soil, and reintroduce those nutrients in the lawn again. If you have too much clippings, it's going to sit on top of the soil. It's going to smother it. It's going to cover all the grass, stop the sunlight from getting it, and it's going to damage the lawn. As well as this, we don't want to stress the plant out. As you can imagine, the plant is focusing on growing. Every time you come and you chop the top of it off, the plant gets a little stressed out. It tries to put some more energy into growing more leaf surface so it can get more sunlight, more photosynthesis, all that stuff. We don't want to be hacking off the top of it constantly, because then you're constantly stressing the plant out. You're constantly putting the plant in a stressed out mood or stressed out state, and when it's stressed out, it has more of a chance of developing diseases, opening up areas for weeds, or succumbing to heat stress or any sort of other stress that may be introduced in the lawn at another point, grubs, insects, all that kind of stuff. If the plant is already stressed out, you're going to have a harder time preserving it in the summer or with those other stresses. You want to try to keep the lawn as little stress as possible throughout the season. That's going to give you the best chance for success in the summer. So now another question I get a lot is, how high or how tall should I cut my lawn? Now, I cut my lawn at varying heights throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, I cut my lawn at 3 inches. This is perfect because it's allowing you to kind of cut off all that dead stuff, all that stuff that has died over the winter that you want to get out and removed. You're kind of cutting the lawn a little shorter. It's pushing a little bit more leaf surface, because the shorter you cut your lawn, the more it's going to focus into growing more leaf surface, so it can collect more photosynthesis, become more healthy, all that kind of stuff. As well as it's not as hot in the summer, so we're not too concerned about trying to shade the root system or anything else like that. So moving out of spring into the summer, we're going to raise that height of cut from 3 inches to 3.75 or almost 4 inches in the summer. A couple of reasons why this. The higher you cut your lawn, the more the lawn's going to focus into root growth. There's things that are under the ground. Because the lawn is higher off the ground, it's focusing less on shoots, more on roots. You're setting that height a little higher. The higher your lawn, the more leaf surface, the more photosynthesis it can do, the healthier it can be, as well as when you have that lawn a little taller in the summertime, it helps shade the root system, so it allows you to have a little bit less water and has the lawn a little bit less heat stress in the summertime as well. Shades the root system, shades the soil, doesn't allow the sunlight to get all the way down to the soil and allow that soil to dry out, which means you're going to lose moisture in the lawn that way. Then coming out of summer, we're going to start lowering the height of cut back down again. Probably about early September, we're going to have it drop back down to 3.5. And then right before winter, we're going to drop that back down to 3 inches again. The reason why we're dropping it back down before the fall is over the winter, that snow is going to sit on top of the lawn. It's going to push down on the lawn and it's going to smother that grass out. And the taller you have, the more leaf surface you have, the more chance you have of seeing damage from that smothering that happens over the winter. So it's easier if you slowly lower that height of cut throughout the fall season to a shorter cut by the time you make it to the winter. Then you'll have more success leading into the upcoming year. That's pretty much it on how high should I be cutting my lawn. From the Great Creek North, my name is Wade Murray. Thank you guys for watching. As always, any questions or comments down below, please leave them in the comments down below or send them to my email, greatcrewnorthlawncare@gmail.com, or check out my website, greatcrewnorthlc.ca. From the Great Creek North, my name is Wade Murray. As always, keep it green.
I'm loving this. You make me feel even though I'm odd. Subtract what's left and carry my heart. Believe in what we got. Pay no attention what you've been taught. You plus love plus me. 1 plus 1 makes 3. How can this be? You and me make a prime number. I see that smirk. Guess you better check my work, 'cause the way you got me feeling is a little